Hey, what's going on, everyone? Misha Wilson here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now, with today's video and today's playlist, I have something really cool planned for you guys, and I actually want to go ahead and share with you a recording from one of our live events. How many years ago did you come up with what you can or can't do, and who you are or who you aren't, what you can or can't achieve? How many years ago did your subconscious mind make a decision about who you are, what you can achieve, what you can't achieve, what your purpose in life is, and what you should kind of, essentially go after? Again, back to my story, when I was a security guard, I had lowered my standards. My subconscious mind told me, don't go after it, it might hurt. Why? Because I associated going after my full potential with pain, because I had lost everything. The same holds true with money. Who here has heard about the story of the elephant on the stake? This is a perfect example of people not living up to their potential and not going all out. They took an elephant, and as a baby, they tied it to a stake. And they tied it right here. And as a baby, the elephant wasn't powerful enough to pull the stake out of the ground. And so what happened? The elephant walked here, the rope pulled, the elephant walked back. 5 years of the elephant walking here, not being powerful enough, and walking back. And guess where the elephant stayed, even when it was a full-grown, powerful elephant that could very easily pull that stake out of the ground? Guess where the elephant stayed even when they took the rope off of its leg? Right here. If you want to create success, you have to understand that most likely, if you haven't created the success you're looking for yet, you have some sort of metaphorical rope. And you have to be willing to break that and step over here in order to break free of that chain, that self-induced chain. Who here has seen the video of the ant? Really interesting. They did a study, and then they did a little video of it. They took a piece of paper, they drew a circle on it, and they put the ant in the middle of the circle. So the ant can see the ink on the piece of paper, and it doesn't realize that it can't walk over it. So it walks right up to the edge, and then turns around, walks to the other edge, and turns around, walks to the other edge, and turns around. It could walk right over the ink. Same thing with the elephant. The elephant could break the chain out of the ground as the powerful elephant that it is. I'm not saying you guys are elephants, for the record. But I want you to understand that a lot of us hold on to baggage that keeps us stuck when it doesn't need to. And it's based on what our identity is. What's your money identity? When did you decide that you had that self-imposed limitation? When did you set some sort of goal that actually limits you? Who we believe we are is how we live on a daily basis, all right? This is worth writing down. Who we believe we are is how we live our lives on a daily basis. If you believe that you're a millionaire, you'll live into that identity. If you believe that you make $2,000 a month working a 9 to 5 and you're always stressed about money, you will live into that identity. We make decisions to reinforce and elevate the status of whatever identity that we internally have. To elevate the status of our identity, even if we don't like that identity. And that's the critical distinction I want you to get. That's where self-sabotage comes in. You don't need to like the identity. If it is your identity, you will make decisions to elevate the status of the identity. Does that make sense? And I know I'm getting a little bit heavier here, but we have to cover this because we have another 2 days of training, and if we don't cover this, what value you're going to get out of the training? None, all right? If you believe you've always been overweight, or if you believe you've always been big-boned, what are you going to be? Big bone. You're going to be overweight. It's the subconscious mind, all right? If you believe that you've always been broke, and it's just kind of the way it is, what are you going to be? You're going to be broke. It's the subconscious mind. If your mindset is that, I mean, who in here would love to just not stress about money at the end of the month? Show of hands. Everyone? Okay, now let me challenge you here. What do you think your subconscious mind is doing when you say that all I want to do is be able to pay the bills? What do you think it's doing? It's trying to figure out how it can make just enough to pay the bills. Now, I don't know about you, but if at the end of the month I have just enough to pay the bills, I am stressed the fuck out, for lack of a better term. Because day 30 of 31 comes around, and I'm going, holy shit, do I have enough money? Am I going to be good? Are we fine? I'm stressed out. If you just want to make enough money to pay the bills, you will just make enough money to pay the bills, and you will continue to stress yourself out. Again, I come back to the question, who do you need to become in order to go ahead and achieve the success that you're looking to achieve? Both on a skill set and a tactical level, and also on a subconscious, who you are with your operating system level. What beliefs do you have that need to shift? And my challenge to you here is to make the leap, to recondition your subconscious mind, to actively put work into reconditioning your subconscious mind on a daily basis. We've already talked about the power and the importance of working on mindset, but again, it is the thing. It's the difference between the person who makes $1,000 a month and $10,000 a month. People don't want to hear that because people want there to be a loophole, a commission loophole, a traffic hack, something of the sort. Mindset is the thing. So how do we recondition our subconscious mind? Affirmations. Who here has heard about affirmations? Let me stand in front of the mirror. I am a money-making machine. I am a money-making machine. I am a wealth creation machine. I am not broke. I have $0 in my bank account, but I am not broke. I'm not against affirmations, but without action, without you actually doing something, affirmations won't do anything in your life. They can help you a little bit when it comes to subconscious, and it's kind of one of those things where something is better than nothing, but at the end of the day, it's going to require you to take some time to get clear on what your blocks are and then systematically overcome them. How did you get into the stuck state? From nonstop conditioning. How might you get out of the stuck state? From nonstop conditioning. The number one thing that I listen to most often, if you guys want to write this down and go buy it, you can. You can ask my girlfriend in the back of the room, and it's 100% true, is Dan Kennedy's Wealth Attraction course. That's the secret. It's not Russell Brunson's marketing course. I love Russell. I've been through all of Dagan's stuff. I don't listen to Dagan Smith stuff over and over again. I don't listen to the marketing gurus over and over again. The stuff I continually repeat and go through over and over and over again is the subconscious programming. That's the stuff that you need to constantly reinforce to your subconscious mind and realize that money's everywhere. There's no such thing as a seven-figure earner who's different than you in any way other than skill sets and belief systems, all right? Another really good way to reprogram your subconscious mind to create more money, this is totally contradictory to what you may believe, is to separate with money. Napoleon Hill has a saying, and it goes something along the lines of, the hole that you receive through is also the hole you give through. And so if you aren't receiving enough yet, if you start giving more, that hole becomes bigger and you can receive more. What happens subconsciously if every single time you separate from money, you contract and you freak out? Where are you at? I mean, it's a good thermostat, it's a good check, it's a good gauge. If every single time you spend $1,000, you freak out, what do you think your money mindset is? Do you think you have a little bit of scarcity? Do you think there's a little bit of, something in there that you might want to identify and fix? Where if you have the abundance mindset, you spend $1,000, what's the belief system? I can very easily make that $1,000 back. I can very easily create $1,000 because money always replenishes itself, which is where I operate from and which is where I come from on a daily basis. Train the subconscious mind to be okay with separating with money, and it'll be easier for your subconscious mind to accept money because there isn't pain surrounding money. Does that make sense? Also, surrounding yourself with the right people. Jim Rohn's famous quote, you're the average of the 5 people you hang out around most. What if the 5 people that you hang out around most won't spend $4 to go out to dinner? You're in trouble. What if the 5 people you hang around most are always looking to go to McDonald's to live off the dollar menu? You're in trouble. Surround yourself with people who are on the same journey as you. That's the power of coming to events just like this. That's the power of going ahead and surrounding yourself with people like you are right now, and with people who are also where you want to be. If you can, in any way, shape, or form, find people that are where you want to be, you need to find a way to surround yourself with those people, because you'll see that their level of thinking is different. Their level of operating is different. It's not that we have some magic solo-ad vendor that just prints money for us on demand. It's that we think different, we have a different relationship to money, and because we have a different relationship to money, we can then take different action steps, and then those action steps produce results, and then those results produce confidence, and then the confidence that we have allows us to take more action, and the cycle continues. If we were all blocked up about money, we would never take any action. Now, what is money truly at a core level? What is money truly? I heard from someone over here who's been at our event, and I learned this from Mike Dillard a long time ago. It's dirty money, right? It's dirty money with assigned meaning. Are you going to let dirty money rule your life? Are you going to let dirty money determine whether or not you're happy? Yes or no? How much money you have is a result of the people that you've impacted and the habits that you currently have. If you only have $1,000 in the bank, it's because you haven't impacted enough people, and it's because of your habits that you take action on a daily basis. That's all it is. Now again, it's not your fault if you're in that situation. You've been conditioned from a very young age, but it is your fault if you leave this event and you don't take responsibility when it comes to changing it. And that's what I want to be crystal clear on. That's what I want each and every single one of you to take it upon yourself as your duty to change this. Because the truth is that it's selfish for you not to change it. Because once again, the result of how much money you make, what's the result? Again, tongue-tied. How much money you have is a byproduct of how many people you've impacted. And so if you don't have any money, it's selfish for you not to figure out how to go make more money and impact more people in the process and change more people's lives. You're limiting yourself and your ability to change people's lives and impact people with a scarcity mindset. Now, what kind of paradigm shift is that for a lot of people in this room? Is that a little bit of a different way of thinking? My own, not taking it upon myself to shift my belief system is impacting other people because I'm not impacting them. And that's how I want you to start to think. So here's a few questions to ask yourself. When you have an unlimited amount of money, what will you do with it? When you have an unlimited amount of money, what will you do with it? And this isn't for me to answer for you. It's for you to answer yourself. When you have an unlimited amount of money, who would you help, and who could you impact who needs help? And write it down. If you have an unlimited amount of money, who could you impact that needs help? Their needs need to be met, and you'll be able to help them through having more money. When you have an unlimited amount of money, what could you do to give back to your community? What charities could you support? Who could you impact on a further basis than you are right now. You're not going to be able to impact any of those people. And how many people had someone or something, when I said someone or charity, come to mind a moment ago? So everybody in this room wants to make an impact financially, right? You're not going to be able to make that impact if you don't make the shift subconsciously and get yourself out of the scarcity mindset and out of the mindset of limiting beliefs. Those people will remain wherever they are without the help that you could provide if you got out of your own way subconsciously. My challenge to you is to break free and to play all out in your business, to play all out on a daily basis, and to understand whatever cap that you've put on yourself, that's exactly what happened. You put that cap on yourself. There's nothing different between me and you and Ryan, who spoke earlier, and Fernie, who spoke a couple minutes ago, Terry Lamb. There's nothing different between me and you. We're human beings. The only difference is the cap that we've put on ourselves, and as a result, the action steps and the skill sets we've learned.